Hey guys, Alex Kahn here, and I did my early voting. Florida early voting opened up today, and man, it was packed. I went to this one library. There must have been over 500 people there. I kid you not. When I saw that, the line was bending and bending and went all the way into this neighborhood, and I knew for a fact that that line wasn't going to be moving. So I left that area. I looked at my ballot for another polling station. So I saw one at this senior citizen home, or the senior visiting. It's some senior center basically. I went there. There were only 100 people in that line. So I was like, hey, this should be fast, right? I got in that line of 100 people. It took me 2.5 hours to finish that. I was like, dang, that took forever. But the one by the library, that must have taken, I kid you not, at least 5 or 6 hours, just based on how slow my line was. That line at the library, oh my gosh. Anyways, did my early voting. While I was in line, some girl started sitting on one of those, I don't know what it was, but she sat down on it. It was an elderly lady. A second later, I saw her like fall down. She just fell like right into the grass. And then like 5 people came to help her. I guess she was, I guess she passed out, obviously. So the people behind me, they called for an ambulance. But apparently the people at the senior center brought her in, and when they saw the fire trucks and ambulance, they're like, hey, who called the ambulance? We didn't need that. So the people behind me were getting really upset. But the guy was like, hey, don't make a scene. So they didn't say anything about it. I didn't say anything either, because I just wanted to go in there and vote and then get out. But yeah, I'm glad I got my early voting out of the way. I'm pretty sure after like a week or so, the voting lines aren't going to be so bad. In fact, I know the lines on election day are going to be really short. If this trend continues with the amount of voters that turned out today, there should be like no lines on election day. I kid you not. But that's something though. Voter turnout today was, oh my gosh, it was unbelievable. Because usually, early voting, there's like no line. Because I've been voting since George W. That's a long time. I'm pretty old. But yeah, that line, the lines today were crazy. And for my friends who lived in other states, they said their lines were taking hours as well, who started voting last week. But yeah, definitely do your civic duty and vote. I'm dehydrated right now. I had to pee really bad when I was in line, and then I was thirsty too, so it's kind of weird having to, hydrate when you gotta pee. It's like, oh gosh, what do I do? So I drove out of that area, and then I went to this shopping area to release the Kraken.